Oh hey, didn't see you there.
Yo, what up? It's Say My Name.
Yo, what's up? It's Cream.
What's up, guys? This is Riot City.
This is Blunts and Blondes.
My name's Alison Wonderland.
Sullivan King here.
It's Black Tiger Sex Machine.
This has been TRILLVO.
You're watching TRILLVO.com.
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 And you're watching TRILLVO.com.
Disillusionize me, Captain.
Hey guys, it's CiCi with TRILLVO. We're here at BUKU Music Festival in New Orleans, and we're talking with Alison Wonderland, who just freaking killed her set in the float tent. How are you feeling after all that energy?
I am buzzing. I love playing New Orleans actually because I get to play all the bounce tracks and all the New Orleans like artists. Like yeah, Juvenile.
Oh yeah,
like Vikki G. It was sick. It was crazy. It was actually like the first time I played church in America.
Yes. How was that feeling?
I got goosebumps. I think I like. I'm not even joking. I dropped out the track and it just goes, I don't know where I should begin, and I was just like.
The whole crowd was just singing along with you.
It was like really surreal because you know you don't know how a song is going to go if you've never played it before.
Yeah.
And I'm always the most nervous the first time I play a song out.
Now,
Always.
when you dropped your Justin Bieber remix 2 or 3 years ago at EDC Orlando, was that feeling when you dropped Church Tonight same exact feeling?
Very similar, but the EDC Orlando one was crazier because I'd never seen that many people react to something I'd made.
That was my first time seeing you.
Wow, that was a very special show. I was legitimately crying during that. Ollie, my tour manager, was there, and afterwards I think we had like the biggest hug. It was very, very surreal, and you know, coming from Australia and playing clubs and stuff, you know, first time I really played super big festivals was in America, and it. Yeah, playing the Bieber remix was crazy for me because I also was like, how is this going to go? I'm playing Justin Bieber to like a, you know, EDC crowd, and it was insane.
They loved it.
It was insane, and I was like, oh my god, because you know I'd only really heard it on my laptop. I hadn't really heard it
in a big crowd and everything.
And it was really, and the confetti. Oh man, that was a crazy show.
I think that was like my most memorable, and I looked to my friends that I was with and I'm like, I fucking love this girl, she's going to be amazing and blow up, because I was looking at the lineup and I saw Alison Wonderland and I'm obsessed with the movie. So I was like, I'm gonna give this girl a chance, and I looked you up and I was like, yo, her music is dope, like I really can't wait to like experience her. And then tonight was like my 5th or 6th time seeing you.
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
Honestly, like I think about this pretty much every day, but if it wasn't for anyone like listening, like people like you, coming to my shows, listening to my music, I wouldn't be here right now. So I literally owe everything. And I said this tonight, like I said, you know, please, you guys are way more important than me because you guys are the reason that any of us are up here. Yeah. Like actually, and I would never ever ever take that for granted. So thank you.
You're welcome. So what is one artist that you haven't already worked with that you really want to collab with?
There's so many. I think I don't want to say it out loud because what if it doesn't ever happen? Yeah. What if they see the interview? Like, I'm obsessed with Hudson Mohawk and Rusty. But, like, what if they see this and they're like, ugh. I don't know. I'm very, very scared about doing that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I'd like to work with a lot of people. I'd like to produce for a lot of people. I have already started producing for some artists the last couple of months after I finished my album. I was like, okay, now I want to start like making music for other artists as well. So awesome. I started working with a couple of people, and you know that's really exciting for me, and I want to kind of keep doing stuff like that too, you know, while I'm doing my own stuff. How was it working with Chief Keef? So crazy. He's the coolest dude. That guy's a genius. Like, he's a real artist, and I was very nervous going into that session because you know, when I'm working on music and I'm collaborating with someone, I have to be in a room with them.
I remember you saying that, like, you want to be right there with them.
I need to vibe. I need to feel like that energy, and I need to know that they're into it, because like, you know, I feel like sometimes you don't know what they're actually feeling, and if you're sitting there and you're observing and you know there's an energy, you're understanding each other, you can elevate whatever you're going to create. And with Chief Keef, it was scary. It was like to the point where I was like, what if this guy, because he's so cool. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so not cool. Like, I'm about to go into this session. I'm this little tiny like Australian girl, like with like a bunch of beats. Like, what the fuck is he gonna think? Because like he hadn't heard anything, and he was just like, cool, you know, like let's see what happens. And so I was so nervous that I do this thing where if I think it might not work, I bring my dog with me to the session.
Oh my god, I want to bring my cat everywhere
I
go.
Okay, so I brought my dog, and I was like, hey, this will break the ice. And he was like, yeah, straight away, like, you know, we all kind of vibed, and I started playing him some tracks, and then, like, I mentioned to him, I was like, hey, I really love when you sing. I really love what you did on Hold My Liquor with Kanye. You know, firstly, you're a genius already. And he had this record out called Thought Breaker that he did, and he was singing on a lot of it, and I told him I really loved that. So I think he'd had that in his head, even at the start, because I'd said that, and the verses that he gave me are like these amazing, he's singing. Yeah. And it's like amazing.
I can't wait for you to drop it. I'm so excited.
It's like, it's a really weird track, and when I made the bed for that track, I never made it for my album. It was literally a track I'd made to see if I could make that genre. And it was the one he gravitated towards because, you know, I don't want to force an artist to write over something they're not vibing.
Yeah.
And so I'd play him a couple of things, and then this came up, and he was just like, this is the one I want to be on. And like straight away wrote like this amazing, like almost pop punk top line. It reminded me of like Blink-182, and you know what's sick? Like a lot of people, like this is why I love Lil Skies, you know, and this is why I like Lil Peep, and those guys, you know, they're in like the rap world, but they were singing like these pop punk melodies over these beats, and I mean, he just killed it. Like and like the subject matter he was talking about was like real, and it was deep, and it was good, and that was very important to me. I also was a little bit scared because I was like, what is he going to be rapping about? You know? And I think sometimes like it helps being a woman at the desk when you're working with another artist, because I'm not really trying to like man up with him, you know, and so I think there was no judgment there, and I think he kind of wrote something pretty emotional. I don't know, who knows what he was thinking, but he's a genius, and that was crazy. It was really crazy.
So what is the inspiration behind the new album?
The inspiration was literally just what I was going through at the time. I feel like I owe it to my own art to be like as honest as I can, and like sometimes when I'm writing lyrics, like what I'm actually feeling will come out without me even realizing that I'm feeling that way. And for example, Church was the first song I ever wrote on my album, and it was actually the last song I finished with the production. I ended up finishing the production on Instagram Live with my fans.
That is so cool.
Well, honestly, Church wasn't making the album, and I had finished everything, and I'd signed everything off, and my gut literally said, fucking get Church done.
Just do it!
Like, see what you can do. Do you remember that? I, like, honestly, like, had given up.
No. It's one of my favorite songs that you put out so far.
I like, literally cried, and I was just like, the production wasn't sounding right, and, like, it was such a special top line to me. I don't feel like I was doing it justice with the music, so I went in, and I feel like because people were watching on Instagram Live, I was kind of forced to get myself out of that, like, insecurity and just write, and it's kind of what helped me in the long term, so I owe a lot to my fans for that. But you know, so when I wrote Church, I realized a lot of things, and I actually started making real life steps in my life to get out of things and better my life. And you know, I had like a lot of epiphanies during writing that. You know, so many people can tell you like about what's going on in your life, but it has to take you to realize it, to deal with it. And that was the moment I had like a aha moment. And every song written on that track with me, on that album with me singing on it, is like real time me writing, then acting in real life, then writing about the next step, then acting. And it was like, it was an actual description of what I was going through. And I came out like, and it's so weird because I didn't realize the awake thing until I listened to the whole album. I'm like, wow, I've really come out like awake from this. And you know, I really hope that, you know, people are going to listen to this and not only vibe with the music, but hear the songs and be like, hey, like, I'm not alone. Other people are going through that too. And sometimes, you know, it helps me, like, when I have fans write to me and be like, hey, I'm going through the same thing, it makes me feel less like a freak, so it's cool.
Definitely. I know, like, you're very vocal on your Twitter about all your anxiety and your social problems, and I love that because it's like a lot of your fans can relate to it.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see, like, someone, not, like, nice is a wrong word, but it feels good to know, like, you're not the only one going through everything.
Totally.
And, like, I know a lot of fans will look up to you, and, like, that's one of the things I love about you is, like, you're very open about it, and you don't let it hold you back, and you still come out and you, like, produce amazing music, and you go out there and you do your thing.
And you know what, like, as I said before, it makes me feel less like a loser too. Like, when people write to me, I'm like, oh, cool, I'm not alone either.
Yeah.
And I feel like a very strong bond with the people that come to my shows. And
that is awesome.
I feel like, you know, when you're writing songs, the right people who, you know, understand that will understand you. And there's going to be a connection. So, you know, I've been fortunate. You know, I never went into writing music as Alison Wonderland with just like the thought of making club jams. I was always writing songs, and I think it attracted like the most amazing crowds. Like, it's cool.
That's so cool. So if you could be eternally stuck in 1 year's music, what year would it be? Like, any type of genre.
Like,
and the year came out.
2007.
Yeah, and why?
Like the Bloghouse days, because it's like, it was such a crazy time. Like 2009 for me more, but like, you know, I had just discovered like a club.
Yeah.
and I was just like, whoa, what is this music? You know, and that's like when I discovered The Knife and like Justice, and that's what got me into electronic music, because before that I was into more like, you know, indie bands and stuff like that, and it was just like such a freaking great time for music.
It was a really good time.
It really changed a lot, and I, like, you know, it's so weird because I didn't even have to think about that. It's a great question. No one has ever asked me that. That's great.
Thank you. No, I really like that question because it's like, mine would probably be 2010 when I was just graduating high school, and I got made fun of for listening to this type of music, but it was the big room house music and everything, and
like
then now
Swedish House Mafia?
Yeah.
We were talking about that today.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with Swedish House Mafia.
I was listening to Don't You Worry Child.
Oh, that is my favorite song ever.
In bed, I was literally listening to that last night, and I think I tweeted that, and I was like, who am I? Like, it's like 1 a.m. and I'm just like, don't you worry, and I'm like, oh.
But I used to be made fun of for all that, and then now I go to festivals and I run into these kids who made fun of me. I'm like, I embrace it, I hug it. I'm like, thank you for coming to my side.
That's
and finally
beautiful.
listening to what I used to like listen to all the time.
Well, that's like the most. I feel like that's a really beautiful thing about electronic music, especially, is there is a huge sense of community when you go to like an EDM festival, and I don't see that in many other genres.
Yeah.
Where I feel like a lot of people meet and make friends at these shows.
Definitely.
And they bond over like artists they like and songs they like.
And they travel to meet up with them every single year.
And there's no like pretentiousness. Like every time I play a show here, like, or you know, an electronic show, it's just like so freeing.
I want to be free, baby.
And everyone's just there to dance and feel, and that's really special.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is really special. So have you ever thought of exploring production post the subgenres of trap and hip hop and EDM?
Yeah, I have actually. So the Chief Keef track is like a breakbeat kind of.
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah, it's like
I love breaks. That is so awesome.
I was like, what am I don't even know what I'd made, but I think I was listening to All Under One Roof Raving by Jamie XX at the time, and I was like, fuck this is like the coolest beat I've ever heard. I want to start like making like this kind of stuff and see if I can do it. And at the time I was like, well, you know, I'll start a side project and see if anyway, so but that was the song he wanted to be on, so it made the album.
So would you ever do a live set with your cello?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
It's definitely gonna happen.
That would be so amazing.
It's definitely. I've actually played cello before. When I put out a song on my first EP called Space, where I'm playing cello, and I have in the past in Australia brought my cello out and played along to it. But there's a track on my new album called Good Enough, and I'm playing cello on the track. So I was like, well, maybe it's time to bring out the cello.
I think you would blow your fans' minds if you brought out the cello.
yeah, it's like it's a whole different side of me that I haven't shown a lot, and it's kind of what built me. So, you know, I think like I kind of feel very vulnerable playing cello. So yeah, I'm nervous to do that, but it's definitely gonna happen.
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
that would be so awesome. Oh man. So, random question: if you were in a battle, what would be your characters from Star Wars that you would pick to be on your team?
Can they be like from either side?
Either side doesn't matter. You can have like good people and bad people on your side.
Like definitely Darth Vader, definitely Yoda.
So funny thing is, my cat is, don't judge me, but my cat is named Anakin Skywalker.
I would never judge you for that.
Because I'm obsessed with Star Wars. So when I got him and adopted him, he kind of breathes like Darth Vader. So I named him Anakin, and he'll cuddle up right next to me, and he breathes like Darth Vader.
And he's
still
like, I am your father. Did he say that?
No, not yet. But he is so evil. Like, he just takes that name, and it's so perfect.
So sick. Well, that's what I love about Star Wars is that you love the villains.
Yes.
You know, like
you love to love the villains.
Yeah. Like I love Darth Maul. I love Darth Vader. You know, I love. What's that guy from the new one? I've got a mental block. What's his name?
To be honest, I haven't really caught up on any of the new ones. I'm obsessed with all the old ones.
There's like the newest one I loved, and like some people hated it, and I fucking loved it. And it was cool. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the most recent one, but Yoda came out as like Muppet Yoda, not like CGI Yoda. It was sick. What's the guy's name?
Kylo?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, he's hot. He's like my type. Is that weird? That's weird. I mean,
no.
Like, you know, if you listen to my album, you can imagine a type of Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Gucci Man or Jeezy? Or Young Jeezy?
Oh, Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy? You would pick Young Jeezy over Gucci?
Oh, wait, what? What's it
like? Who would you rather like see in a concert? Young Jeezy or Gucci?
Gucci.
For sure, definitely good question.
Yeah.
Good one.
There's like a really crazy thing. When he went to jail, there was a remix album of his. Does anyone remember this?
I have every single Gucci Man. I have him tattooed on me. I'm obsessed with Gucci.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
What, the ice cream? Oh my god, you have the ice cream? Whose are you?
I love Gucci that much.
It's so sick. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but if it was like any rapper ever though, I don't know who I would choose. There's so many rappers now.
I know.
Like actually, I was talking the other day about it. Like there are I feel like EDM had this massive peak, and now rap, like SoundCloud rap and all that, is about to have a massive peak. Like how I remember like all the SoundCloud like producers coming up. This is gonna happen with rap now. Watch it. Like it's about to like completely oversaturate rap.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
Can we hug?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Aw, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to my shows and being a lesson.
Of course. I will go to every show with you. Every show I will follow.
And like seriously, if you do watch the recent Star Wars, like let me know.
I'll tweet you.
Kylo.
Like I finally Kylo Ren. He looks
Except he wears really high pants. I don't know how
he kind of looks like virtual self or Porter Robinson.
Yeah. Oh.
Kind of.
Awkward. You know what, Porter? You're a handsome man.
Sorry. That's awesome.
I mean, who doesn't think Porter's handsome?
That's very true.
He's a babe.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been TRILLVO with Alison Wonderland and her Oreos.